Tyrone.
Yes, indeed, Norman. The Dundee United legend has today revealed that he's suffering from Parkinson's disease. However, Sturrock, who's now in charge of Plymouth Argyle, says that it's business as usual. Paul Sturrock arrived to brief the media at Home Park this morning. However, he wasn't there to talk about Plymouth's pre-season preparations. It was a matter much more personal than that. The 51-year-old Scot revealed he's suffering from a mild form of Parkinson's disease. He was diagnosed 8 years ago, but Sturrock says now's the right time to go public.
People were beginning to surmise and make accusations and things like that, and I just felt it was appropriate. And it's taken a huge weight off my shoulders, to be fair. You get a certain form of tablets that dampens the shaking on my left side, but it cannot dampen the flicker of my left leg. So I did feel it was the right timing for it. I'm very happy that it's come out now and we can get on with it.
The former Dundee United star had spells in charge of both United and St Johnstone before heading south for his first stint in the Plymouth hot seat in 2000. His condition hasn't prevented him carving a successful managerial career in England, and he says it will continue to be a case of business as usual.
That's what I've warned the players today. No way am I taking anything easier. And at the end of the day, I'm a football manager. It's in my blood. It's been with me all that time. We've had a good run over the years. We've had 4 promotions as well. So in the end, as I said, there'll be no slacking, and these boys will know where I'm coming from.
Sturrock's now the row over Old Firm plans to introduce a handling charge for away tickets is set to escalate. Rangers and Celtic are seeking a 5% fee for allocating away tickets to fans. However, North Night understands that Dundee United have today written to both clubs saying that they won't accept the move. Well, Dundee United received a footballing lesson from Spanish giants Barcelona on Saturday. They were thrashed 5-1. For the second year running, a glamour clash with Barcelona formed the centrepiece of Dundee United's pre-season build-up. Having watched the Spaniards dismantle Hibs 6-0 last week, United knew they faced the sternest of tests at Tannadice on Saturday. However, they had the audacity to upset their star-studded visitors in 25 minutes when Prince Boabin headed the Tangerines in front. But their lead lasted less than a minute as Thierry Henry hit the net at the second attempt to restore parity. The La Liga superstars continued to press, but some fine goalkeeping and the woodwork prevented them from scoring again, meaning it was honours even going into half-time. Barca made wholesale changes after the break, with Lionel Messi and Samuel Eto'o headlining a string of star names emerging from the bench. And it was Messi who almost single-handedly turned the game on its head. The Argentina international left the home defence in his wake to make it 2-1 in 55 minutes. Soon after that, Cameroon star Eto'o extended the Catalan giants' advantage before the Messi show resumed.
Eto'o, back for Lionel Messi. Oh, it's a brilliant finish. Under pressure, off balance, but a magnificent goal.
Shortly after making it 4-1, Messi capped a cameo performance by completing his hat-trick with 13 minutes remaining. That was the end of the scoring, a commanding 5-1 win for Barcelona, who received a standing ovation from the Tannadice crowd. Aberdeen also tasted. Fans have vowed to rally round club legend Paul Sturrock. Sturrock, who's now in charge at Plymouth, revealed yesterday he's suffering from Parkinson's disease. The Tangerines faithful say they'll do everything they can to support the former United player and boss. Raising money to help combat the condition tops their agenda.
I'll be talking with my colleagues at Plymouth Argyle and also representatives of the Parkinson's research fundraisers to see if we can pull something together. Ideally we could have done it on Saturday when there's Plymouth, by coincidence, they're playing Dundee United, but it might be a wee bit too early for that. But we'll certainly be talking among ourselves and see what we can do. And I'm sure we'll be able, just as a show of solidarity and support for Paul, we'll be able to pull something together.
Lithuanian Sturrock has apologised after referring to Dundee FC as Scum D. The Dundee United legend made the remark to Tangerines fans who travelled to see United play his present club, Plymouth Argyle. Here's Craig Miller.
This is Paul Sturrock as a player doing what he liked best, scoring against city rivals Dundee. Such exploits on the pitch made him a United legend. Adoring Arabs travelled all the way to Plymouth to watch Saturday's friendly against the club Sturrock now manages. Half an hour after the match, he addressed the United fans who'd stayed behind to see him. It was these remarks, since posted on YouTube, that have caused a stir.
And hopefully you'll have a great season and make sure you get those scum people.
Dundee's Lord Provost has described referring to Dundee FC as Scumdee as disappointing.
Unacceptable, of course, language like that about any of the two teams. It wouldn't matter which team the comments were made about. It's extremely disappointing as Lord Provost that remarks like that should be made against any other teams, particularly for one who graced the football in this city for a long time.
One leading Dundee fan was a little more forgiving.
I'm sure he regrets the terminology used, but as I say, you know, Dundee United fans, you know, banter all the time, and I think it's his choice of words that were regrettable, but it's no big deal, I would have thought.
Last week, Paul Sturrock revealed he'd been suffering from Parkinson's disease. He touched on this when issuing an apology about Saturday's events. He said his remarks were entirely tongue-in-cheek. It was just banter. He had no ill feeling whatsoever towards Dundee fans and was deeply touched by the messages he had received from them when he revealed he was suffering from Parkinson's disease. All of this has somewhat overshadowed happenings on the pitch, with new Spanish signing Francisco Sandaza scoring the only goal of the game. Dundee FC's chief executive Dave McKinnon said Paul Sturrock's remarks were ill-advised and inappropriate, but he had apologised, so there was little else to say. Craig Miller, STV News, Dundee.